Time Warner Cable is pleased to be an underwriting sponsor for Carolina Week.
Coming up on the September 17th edition of Carolina Week.
I'm Kelsey Colt. Coming up, I'll show you how UNC plans to take text messaging to a new level.
I'm Susan Tart, and I'll tell you why not everyone is eating at the dining halls this month.
In sports, the men's soccer team took a trip to Wolfpack Country for the ACC opener.
Weathercaster Mallory Nichols has your Carolina Week 4-day forecast.
All that and a 500-pound dessert to satisfy any sweet tooth. Carolina Week starts right now.
From the James F. Goodman Studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, connecting campus and community, this is Carolina Week.
Hello and welcome to the Monday edition of Carolina Week. I'm Carla Babb.
And I'm Adam Rhew. Thank you for joining us. It's a topic that concerns every college student. After last spring's shootings at Virginia Tech, students everywhere wondered how their individual universities would react to a similar tragedy. Carolina Week's Kelsey Colt joins us from campus to tell us more about UNC's plan of action.
In a recent email from university officials, students learned how their cell phones might one day save their lives.
In the past, email was the main form of emergency communication between university officials and students. In order to contact more students more efficiently, UNC's Emergency Warning Committee is enacting a new text messaging alert system. Cell phones are a widespread and instantaneous form of communication, so officials thought it made the most sense to use this method when alerting students of emergencies.
Well, I think that sometimes it takes a tragedy like the one that happened at Virginia Tech for other schools to think about improving their own security measures.
The controversy about Virginia Tech's method of communication last April left a lot of people wondering if the school's officials could have done more to warn their students about potential danger. Laura Falconer thinks it's wise for UNC to have an emergency plan, but she isn't sure such a system would have made a difference in Blacksburg.
If there had been a text messaging system and they had decided to broadcast that, then maybe it would have helped, but I'm not sure that for something that was assumed to be domestic and over, that they would have even sent a notice out.
All emergency situations are different, and UNC officials are trying to cover as many scenarios as they can.
Kelsey, if you're a student, how can you ensure you'll receive the school-wide text messages in times of emergency?
Students can either update their information by clicking on the link in their email, or they can visit our website at www.carolinaweek.org.
Kelsey, thanks. Carolina Week's Kelsey Colt on campus for us tonight.
Some Chapel Hill residents aren't thrilled about the cost of a bench and mural at the town's new Public Works Center. Town officials dedicated this public art to Chapel Hill and Carborough transit workers on Monday. The final cost, $420,000. The town council footed more than half the bill. The State Department of Transportation and the federal government paid the rest. The controversy involves the location of the art as well. The center is about 3 miles from downtown, in a place where hardly anyone will ever see it.
Most birthdays are over in a day, but for one UNC school, the celebration lasted for a whole year. Today, the School of Information and Library Sciences is celebrating the grand finale of its 75th birthday bash. Students first attended classes at the school in 1931 when the dean was Lewis Round Wilson. The PhD program in Manning Hall is currently ranked first in the country by U.S. News & World Report. Throughout the years, the school has sent out more than 4,000 librarians and information specialists.
It's a busy time of year for the UNC Hillel. They're in the high holidays of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Almost 300 students attended Rosh Hashanah services last Wednesday, which is the celebration of the Hebrew New Year. Students participated in traditional prayers and practices, like the blowing of the shofar. Executive Director Josh Blumenthal says Hillel tries to make students feel at home, even if they're away from their families.
The focus of the service also is geared toward college students, and we try to make it meaningful and have students participate as much as they would like to, and make it just a meaningful and welcoming prayer service for students.
Yom Kippur services are this Friday and Saturday. For more information, you can visit our website at www.carolinaweek.org. The Islamic holiday Ramadan is a time for celebration for Muslims, but it's also a time of personal challenge. Reporter Susan Tart tells us what it's like for Muslim students on campus and what the university is doing to help.
Arif Khan's prayer means these students can take their first bite of food all day. For the past 14 hours, they've fasted from food and water to purify their souls. Ramadan is usually spent with one's family, but when you're in college, that's hard to do. So these students get together after class. Khan says this makes the fast easier.
You get a chance to do it with all the Muslims that you see on campus, and so you really have like a support group to help you out.
But that doesn't mean it's easy. They still attend class, take tests, and go about their daily lives. And for Khan, this means he still plays quarterback for his intramural football team.
It can become hard, but my biggest thing is I don't want to not come out here and play because I've been fasting, right? Because that defeats the purpose. The point is you're supposed to see how other people feel. You're supposed to face a little bit of struggle.
While Khan welcomes struggles on the field, Archie Irvin says students will never struggle with religious discrimination from the university.
While we're not in the business of endorsing any religion, I don't think that you find there is any opposition to the full-fledged practicing of your own faith.
The dining halls on campus aren't open during the hours Muslim students are allowed to eat, so the school is allowing students with meal plans to get takeout packages instead. However, most students are just avoiding the cafeterias altogether. Khan says the university has been very accommodating, and for the nearly 100 Muslim students on campus, this means a lot. In Chapel Hill, I'm Susan Tart, Carolina Week.
Ramadan lasts for a month, meaning the students have about 25 days left to fast during daylight hours.
The town of Carrboro has the largest Hispanic population in Orange County. Hundreds of people spent Sunday afternoon at the Carrboro Town Commons for the 3rd annual Festival de Familia. The free event featured a live band that played popular Latin American music. There was also Spanish dancing and costumes. The festival gave Carrboro residents a chance to buy paintings and art for their homes, participate in arts and crafts, and taste authentic Hispanic cuisine. And festivals like these aren't the only way to hear live music in Carrboro. Cradle has a benefit for the Leukemia Society this Friday at 8:30. The event costs $10 and will feature Tad Crockrell, Brandon James, and a performance by the UNC Cliffhangers. Well, National Geographic is known for its compelling pictures.
Coming up, we'll tell you why the magazine's photographers are making kids like this little boy feel like a star.